Before we start the pod, I would like to give Arjuna an opportunity in response to our previous episode's cold open. You may go ahead and now insult Krishna, Arjuna.
You're a bunch of dickholes.
Arjuna, I do apologize. I said this before I knew that your hair had become thick and luscious once again.
You're just jealous because you don't have hair. You haven't had hair since the Obama administration.
It's actually true.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to Was It Good, the podcast that reviews movies and TV shows. Today we're doing something a little bit different and previewing the summer of 2023. I'm Ravi, joined by
Arjuna.
Krishna.
and our producer,
Michael.
And we are Was It Good?
Good.
Great. That was
Good.
beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
So much easier to sync that up when one of us is not in the middle of the country.
You know what's really funny? I actually wanted to pause a little bit longer after Arjuna said, his name, and then I introduced my name because there's always like a little bit of a delay, or, just a tiny little delay because of our distance and the camera setup and the audio. So
It's like this pod would be so much easier if you...
But
lived here.
why do things easier when you can make them harder?
We should take a pause after that
Challenge
statement
yourself.
and just let that soak.
Let that simmer.
Pause for audience response.
Yeah.
There
Please
you
drop
go.
a comment below.
Oh,
if,
for
on
God,
something.
again with this?
We gotta be, engagement is king.
The
Apparently.
CTAs, man.
What's a
Call to
CTA?
action.
Call to action, yeah. Didn't you work in content?
What's KPI? I keep seeing that. And
KPI is known...
Krishna pisses inside.
It's really good.
I do piss inside,
That was
except
quick.
when I'm drunk and I'm
you
wandering
had-
around.
Have you had that for?
No,
you've had that for a while.
I was like, KPI, Krishna. What is piss?
Piss inside.
Inside what?
Fucking A now. You know you've ruined that. Anytime I hear that, I'm just going to start laughing uncontrollably.
Let us track our KPIs. Krishna, how many times did you piss inside today?
Corporations are going to change forever.
Damn.
It's the downfall of the corporations right there. KPIs.
They're tracking my pissing?
Krishna
Yes,
piss.
I agree.
Inside.
Chris is like, oh, I'm just going to stop going to the bathroom, I
It's
guess.
not a good trackable stat for companies.
Yeah, so what happens, I was like, I don't know why we're still on this, but Christian pisses inside. We're referring to like he only goes to the bathroom inside a building, right? Right. So he's not peeing outside. So you need to now start using the bathroom outside like an animal.
Yeah, like a porta potty or like...
No, that's
one
still
of those.
inside. That's still inside. That's still inside a building, a structure.
No, porta potty.
No, porta potty is still a box. It's still contained.
I would be lying if I said I have never pissed outside before.
I mean, who hasn't?
I've peed outside.
Oh.
Like after
Public urination is a
drinking or
crime.
something.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to incriminate myself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can't
I
say
mean,
where
technically,
and
you could
when.
just lie. Who's going to prove it?
That is true.
The cameras.
Cameras are going to
The
prove it.
last time I peed outside, probably yesterday.
What a wistful look you had.
Wait, I'm sorry. You outside, like in my backyard?
Oh, in your pool, yeah.
You piece of poop.
I like to pee in there at least once every time I come over.
I'm gonna start filling up the pool with that blue changing shit that like
Ooh.
identifies
Incrimination.
Yeah.
I'm going to just stop swimming in it.
Yeah, probably that too. That would work. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to subtly say, "Hey, let's get on topic"? Got it.
No, it's been a rough weekend.
Really?
Losing my voice clearly, and
You've been screaming.
I think I spoke too much yesterday.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a first.
and I apologize. Me speaking too much?
Yeah.
That's definitely not a first. It's actually becoming far too common.
Well, I'm gonna have you to continue talking too much.
Oh no.
Let's start. We're doing a summer preview here, but before we get into like what we're excited for, weird pitches on things that we want the other people in this little pod group to watch, what have you been watching so far?
Oh, I guess I'll go first.
You see what he did there? See that he just assumed. I
Well-
wanted to hear from Arjuna first.
Okay, you know what? Juna, do it. I have to get my voice back.
Yeah, you really
It's getting real croaky
it's getting
right
real
now.
bad.
Yeah, take some sips of water. I have watched. So one show I've watched that I don't know if either of you have watched. It came out last week on Apple TV Plus. Stars Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen, and it's a new show called Platonic. It's a comedy series about these two college friends who reconnect after so many years, and the question that's kind of being addressed is, can a female and a male be friends as adults, be friends and remain friends?
No.
And it's a comedy, and I really enjoy it so far. It's with the same creators who directed Neighbors and Neighbors 2, which also starred Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen. And it's funny, you know. Seth Rogen is always Seth Rogen. He does the and is funny, and it takes place in L.A. So you see a lot of downtown locations too.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one scene in like the first or second episode where Seth Rogen lives in downtown, which is literally like very close to where I've been before. And he describes living in downtown as, you know, it's great, you know, and at night you'll just hear sirens and women screaming and occasionally a loud explosion that you just ignore. And I was like, this is to a T what it's like to live in downtown Los Angeles. So I did find that funny. But yeah, it's a fun show. It's like, I think they showed 3 episodes last week, and then it's weekly, starting this Tuesday. Tuesday night,
or an early in the week show.
Yeah, it's the same time slot as like Ted Lasso.
Gotcha.
And we'll run, I'm assuming, for like 8 or 10 episodes, and yeah, I enjoy it. I really liked it.
Wait, what streaming?
Apple TV
Oh,
Plus. It's very much, if you watch Shrinking, it's not like it's not like the exact same style. But like I feel like Apple TV is starting to get like a.
It reminds me of Beef. I
Yeah,
don't know
a
if
little
that
bit.
helps or
Little
not, but not in the same like we're against each other, but in we destroy each other's lives.
Yeah, they're toxic for each other.
Yeah.
For sure. But
So
this one's more
spoiler-
lighthearted.
So spoiler, they won't remain platonic.
Well, we don't know. I've only seen
Yeah.
3 episodes.
I'm
Bold
really
prediction,
curious.
they're
What do
not
you-
going to remain
yeah.
platonic.
I think they will. I think the show isn't trying for them to go to be romantic.
Interesting.
Right. But I do think like Michael says, it's more touching on the fact of like when friendships can be destructive
Gotcha.
and not good for you.
So kind of like our relationship.
Yeah, it sounds kind of real. Damn.
I wonder if in like real life, Seth Rogen and the co-lead, her name,
Rose Byrne.
like, are they actually platonic friends in real life, or?
I think they both
did
have partners.
Yeah,
and
they don't.
kids.
Well, Seth Rogen doesn't have kids, does he?
I actually have no idea. I'm just making that up.
For some reason, I think he doesn't, but who knows?
He could.
I don't think he does. I don't think he's.
I mean,
married.
one of us could easily pull our phones out, but I don't feel like anyone here is that.
I think that's my
invested.
job.
No, it's fine. I'm really not invested
It's not
in knowing the
important.
truth.
It's not important.
Like, who cares?
So that's a show, and I guess I'll give a movie too. A movie I recently saw, actually, which is better than I thought it would be.
Blackberry?
Was The Little Mermaid. The live action Little Mermaid movie.
Interesting.
Was actually really good. So there's been quite a few of the live. Christian,
Yeah, Christian, what's wrong with your face right
Yeah,
now?
like, how much are they paying you?
They're not
That's what I
paying
want
me.
to know.
No, I went in very skeptical because
Okay, good.
there's been a lot of these live action Disney remakes, right, of the animated versions that they did in the 90s and the early 2000s. And a lot of them have been bad, right? Aladdin, very bad.
Or like shot for shot too, right? Like there's no
Yeah.
difference.
There's not many differences. And this one is like very similar, but it is still like really it's still really good. Like the music is really good. Visually it's like really, really stunning.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry, but like I would say the main songs were really beautifully sung and updated, and we're like, wow, these are really good. Like this is really good music for like the movie.
So you excited for the sequel?
I mean, it made
Spoiler
I think
alert.
like 118 million domestically this last weekend, so there probably will be a sequel.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Definitely.
Jam.
Yeah, I didn't realize this, but Disney has been using Memorial Day weekend for like almost all of these live action remakes. Like that.
Wow.
They,
It's,
like,
it's
I think
clearly working,
They're
I
like,
guess.
I think like almost like 5 of them have come out this weekend, and this is like the second highest grossing one, only behind Aladdin, which made like 2 million more.
So would you say it's their best live action adaptation so far?
Yeah, I would say so.
Wait, didn't you say? Was it you that said this? Where it's like, or somebody said like it's not like the bar is set that high based on all the other live action movies because they're so poorly done.
I had said that about Marvel recently.
Oh.
Maybe
they're not paying him.
Ow. Ow.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, the best one before I saw this one to me was the Jon Favreau's Jungle Book.
Okay.
That he did in 2016. That one was like, oh, this is okay. Like, it was solid, entertaining enough. But the rest, like, I really haven't enjoyed anything else. Like, Dumbo was terrible.
Didn't they go straight
Aladdin.
to like Disney
No,
Plus?
that came out in theaters.
Really?
Dumbo came out in theaters. Aladdin, I thought, was horrible.
Lion
Dumbo though is
Lion
not
King
a
was
very
underwhelming.
good.
Lion King was underwhelming. It just looked like that one like just made no sense.
Wait, isn't there also a Hunchback one of Notre Dame?
That it's not out, but I think they're working on one.
Oh, where did I thought I saw somewhere like a
I'm trying to
live
think what the other
action.
ones are. Beauty and the Beast was solid. That one I didn't see that one in theaters. I saw it on Disney Plus, and I was like, this was like not bad. That one was probably one of the better ones.
Oh,
again.
Mulan was terrible.
Mulan was.
That was.
I think that's
Truly
the
awful.
only live action one that I've watched.
And
That's-
that's
I love
that one. They
Mulan.
took a lot. They changed it so much. Like that one, they really completely.
They just made it.
changed.
They made it a war movie.
Yeah.
They tried to at least.
I
make
mean,
it a war movie.
let's be honest. That movie, if I feel, wasn't made for an American audience. Like that wasn't made for.
I don't think it made. I mean, it came out peak pandemic, right? Because that was like
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
That summer.
And then they dropped it not in theaters. They did a digital
Disney
release.
Plus. You had
yeah.
to pay like the $30 for it
Yep.
or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we paid it, right? Or somebody paid it.
Yeah.
And then we watched it, and it took us more. Well, the movie's like, I don't know, like 2 hours or something. It took us like 4 hours because we kept pausing.
Yeah.
So it's just so bad.
not good. But yeah, those are two things I've been watching this
Interesting.
summer that I've enjoyed and would recommend.
Cool.
I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna steal
yeah,
Christian's.
I was totally. I'm like,
okay.
you better go next. I'm gonna probably say the exact two that you're gonna say.
So the
Say
two,
them at the same time.
the two things. Here, you want to see?
And
Okay,
we
okay.
wasn't good.
So do the TV,
TV show first. So
Okay.
the TV show that we've been watching is
Silo.
Silo, and then the movie Blackberry.
And if you are interested in our thoughts on Blackberry, you should see our last podcast, which came out just recently.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Have you guys not seen any other movies this summer?
No.
None that stuck out like that movie. I mean, I did see it. So I watched Blackberry. Was interesting because of Always Sunny, Glenn Howerton, and then he obviously did Blackberry, and then Charlie Day did is it Lost Paradise.
Movie,
Fool in Paradise.
Fool's Paradise.
That was bad.
It was not a movie I would recommend to everyone.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it because it was a very it was making fun of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I love movies that make fun of Hollywood because Hollywood is kind of stupid. But there's a lot of like industry insider things in there. It's very much like it feels like it's a movie made for people that work in Hollywood or know that world. It is not like a movie that you just put on.
It's not easily accessible.
It's not by no means because it like the movie definitely has pacing issues galore. It jumps around a bunch. You know, none of the characters are that likable. Like Charlie Day's character is interesting because I think he says all of 2-3 words. So it's very much a lot of like.
But doesn't that seem a way? Like to me, like Charlie Day is really funny, but like his voice and like is the funniest part of him.
He's a talker.
So it's almost like you're pulling away the funniest part
Yeah.
of the comedian in
Yeah.
a comedic movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
And that doesn't work?
No, like
Or does it work?
It does work. It does work. Like he is funny and he is genuinely like the best piece of the movie. But again, I think to your point, when you're trying to put something to the masses,
Yeah.
right? If you take away the funniest, the thing that is comical, yeah, you're gonna.
It's gonna suffer.
Right. And I mean, this was his directorial debut as well.
I see.
And he had it. This took him what, 2-3 years of shooting, production, posts, and stuff, and he shopped it around a bunch to various friends and people in the industry. Like Del Toro, I guess, like helped clean up his script initially.
Oh wow.
So
He didn't shop it to his friend of a friend, Ryan Reynolds?
no, I don't think Ryan Reynolds had anything to do with this.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention we didn't get to do a pod on it, but Guardians 3, of course. We've all seen it here except one of us. We won't name him. We won't out him. But I think to a T, we all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Highly. In fact, we have such high praise that it's one of the best Marvel movies we've seen. I think that's the general consensus for this group of those of us who have seen it.
But what did it make you feel inside, Krishna?
Regret.
Wait, really? Why?
No, it didn't make. That's the wrong word.
He regrets that he never adopted that sea otter he always wanted.
Oh yeah, damn, I cried.
I mean, the thing that about that film that I think is still super hilarious is that PETA organization gave it like a they said that the movie handled animal cruelty in the best way possible, which I thought was
They did.
interesting.
They said that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
Makes
I'm
sense.
paraphrasing, but like
Yeah,
said something
interesting.
along those lines, which is
Yeah.
kind of strange.
Because it made it horrible and a nightmare.
I mean, people are calling the High Evolutionary one of the worst villains that they've ever seen on screen.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, what?
yeah, as in like he's not when I say the worst villain, it's like one of the most hated.
Despicable.
Despicable,
Yes.
yeah.
More
So,
than the guy from Despicable Me?
So I can see what Peter's saying.
Yeah.
Wait, you're surprised by that, Arjuna?
No, I thought he meant like terrible, like bad as in like
Bad
not
badly
a good,
written,
like not a
badly
good
written.
villain.
Yeah.
That's why I was surprised. I was like,
okay.
oh,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Not a good portrayal.
I meant despicable. That's a
Oh,
better
no,
word.
that makes much more
Despicable
sense.
villain,
Yeah, I was like,
instantly,
I'm like,
universally.
why are people like? I
hated.
thought it was a great performance.
Well, I mean,
He was
yeah.
a kind man. I don't know why he was a villain.
Well, I was also reading, with all the news and everything that's happened with Jonathan Majors and in terms of that situation, a lot of people had come out and said that, the high evolutionary, the character and everything, that needs to be kind of the big central focus for the next Avengers films and kind of just forget the whole Kang stuff.
James Gunn did confirm that he survives at the end of.
Well, good spoiler right there.
You should have seen it.
Actually, I saw that a while ago because
Yeah.
Gunn tweeted that out or something.
Yeah.
Gunn tweets out a lot of things.
He does.
James Gunn.
It got him in trouble once.
And then we all forgot
Yes,
about
it
it.
did. Yes,
then
it
we
did.
forgot about it and we
Wow.
moved on.
Well,
Maybe the Flash will do the same for Ezra.
oof.
Moving on, movies that we're excited about because
That
he
is a
mentioned-
movie.
That
That's
is a
kind of-
movie.
Well, it is
actually,
a
hold on,
movie.
but you
Sure.
guys both mentioned Silo.
Mhm.
Can you guys tell me about Silo?
Oh no! I think it's best if you go in blind.
Put it this way.
For sure.
The tagline that we all came up with creatively last night together was "It's Lost meets Tube TV,"
Tube TV.
or Lost meets
It's
Tube.
lost in a tube,
Yeah, Lost in a
Oh,
Tube.
gotcha.
It's like a
So,
toothpaste tube.
like a silo.
And also, you're a fan of Battlestar Galactica and that nitty gritty, contrasty darkness overlay that it has.
Yeah.
Silo has the same thing.
Is there like a mystery box element where we find out
Absolutely.
The whole
100%.
thing is a
who the
mystery
final
box.
5 Cylons?
No.
Better than that.
We find out the final 5 silos are.
Oh,
It's a mystery silo.
okay.
Yeah, full of lots of mystery, and questions, and
Some answers.
well,
Very little answers.
not yet.
Now, do you guys know if this is a limited series or is this maybe like a season 1?
No, this is supposed to be a season 1
Okay.
It's based on a
book.
book or graphic novel.
Book.
Called
Well,
Silo?
based on a short story that then turned into a book series.
Oh wow, damn.
And it's called, the book is not called Silo.
No, what is it called?
What's the material they used? Oh, wait, no, we can't. No,
Spoilers.
Yeah, we're just going to stop.
Aluminum.
Because you need to watch it, but don't know anything about it when you go in.
Yeah,
Should I watch-
try and avoid this.
Is it a scary show?
No, not even a little
no.
bit.
It can be suspenseful. I mean, like,
No, it's
like,
suspenseful
not
for sure.
monsters, but like
Yeah.
that second episode did frighten me a little bit.
It's
Without
intense.
spoilers, this
Yeah.
is all just dumb.
It's intense, and there are moments where you'll be on the edge of your seat.
This reminds me of when we used to do 60-second pitches.
Yeah.
We should bring those back.
The third episode, I had to walk laps around my living room while I was,
Like,
It was
you were
incredibly,
anxiety?
incredibly
so
stressful.
stressed that
Incredibly
like, I
stressful.
couldn't sit.
Yeah,
It's a very well done episode.
Yeah.
Probably the best one.
yeah,
Wow. Okay.
excellent episode of television.
Okay.
So movies that we're excited about.
Ooh, there's actually quite a few.
I mean, is everyone here? I think everyone here is excited for The Flash, I'm assuming.
Somewhat. I mean, it's a weird movie, obviously.
Because of the Ezra Miller aspect, or
Yeah, for certainly that is a weird thing, but also I think even from like the DC film fandom experience, you kind of have this movie from a different era almost, where you also have this new era coming in with James Gunn. And so I felt this way with like Shazam. I feel this with The Flash. I feel it with Blue Beetle, and even the Aquaman movie coming out at the end of the year.
Oh, that's still coming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And it's like these movies were made under a different regime that don't necessarily like fit into this. Here's what's next for DC. So it's like, as a moviegoer, I'm like, how invested should I be in this if I'm invested in this universe of films, right? And I guess that's what the like MCU-ness and the connected shared universe film going experience is kind of tainted. Can I enjoy this movie individually
As like an individual movie
by
yeah.
itself?
Right.
And like I'm hopeful I can still get there in a few weeks to enjoy this, because like, you know, you look at it and you're like, oh, Michael Keaton, Batman, you know, like multiple Flashes, Flashpoint. That's a cool arc within the Flash. It's been done on the television before. We've seen iterations of this before.
On the tube.
It's been done on the television.
On the television.
The old tube.
Yeah, but like it is one of the most famous comic book arcs for the Flash, and so I think that's cool. It's been teased for years. When you go back to the Justice League movie, if you even go to the Snyder cut, there's a lot of teasing of what would potentially be coming with some of the Flash time travel stuff. So I'm excited, and then you're guarded as well, because I'm like, well, like, is there a lot of stuff in this movie that will set up things that never go anywhere, and like and I guess I'm afraid of investing maybe too much in that.
The last time I think the world collectively, you know, gave their time to the Warner Brothers of the world, we gave almost 10 years of our lives to that dumbass series, Game of Thrones. So they don't have the best track record, really.
I mean, that's.
I mean, think about how many of those like
HBO.
stories went nowhere. Things that they introduced in Game of Thrones, and they just kind of.
Wait, what? I mean, Game of Thrones was more HBO, wasn't it?
Or it's all under Warner Brothers.
It was,
So.
or AT&T.
AT&T, Warner Brothers.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like them. That's why I'm a Verizon guy.
I mean, it's interesting, Arjuna, that you say that you have trouble because you can't accept it as a standalone movie. Does all the praise? Like, I haven't heard one bad thing about it from anybody that said it.
I think that's the icky part to me. Where,
Yeah, super
where there's
icky.
like this super amount of praise going on this movie that kind of has this like star who
Is abusive. Just
is
say what it is.
abusive and
He's
is
not
not
a
like-
good human being.
but it
it's
sounds
not
like he
a
has
good
mental
individual.
like it's like maybe some.
Yeah.
Is that not? Well, anyway, that's not for this podcast.
Right. I think that's a whole can of worms, and I think like when you look at the Warner Brother track record too of like they shelved a $90 million movie, right? Because they deemed it like this isn't good enough, but they weren't willing to shelve this one. Now, granted, like 90 million versus 200+ million is a little bit of a difference in money.
almost double.
Yeah, more of a double, not almost double.
Nope, almost. I do math different from you guys.
Yeah, oh god.
Wait, are we at the point yet with the crazy conspiracy people and everything? Like, are there people out there that genuinely do different? If not, I have a new idea.
Yeah, the Gen Z and the new generation hasn't been named yet. They do math differently. Like they do, some of them do like power of 8 instead of power of 10, and they just. I've seen some of them try and do like two equations. It makes no sense.
Wait, but
To
like,
us.
wait, I'm sorry. Like like they're still coming up to the correct answer. Like it's not like they're saying 1 + 1 doesn't equal
yeah,
2.
Very
Yeah, when
nature
they-
of our universe
when
requires.
they do their version, yes, it's
Right,
the
right.
same answer. I think.
But my question though is,
I see.
are there people out there that do not think like 1 + 1 = 2? It equals 3 because
You should read.
Didn't
You should read 1984.
the guy who was the original War Machine, Terrence Howard, he believes that 1 + 1 is not 2.
Oh, that's right. Didn't he have like that whole red carpet?
Yeah.
That was such a
he
weird
created
thing.
new math that can create hovercraft or something.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I'm leaving.
You don't believe
Let me talk to you about
dinosaurs exist.
dinosaurs. Yeah.
That is listen. At the end of the day, that is a joke. It is a funny joke in my mind,
Yeah, it is.
and it makes you all chuckle every time.
It does.
So
So
you're
Christian's
welcome.
a NASA conspiracist.
Oh
now,
God,
so.
don't even.
What's
Yeah,
your
that's
conspiracy on
I'm not
NASA?
joking.
That's
either.
3
That's
minutes
scary.
or however. I want that time back somehow. You owe me.
I'm not giving you that time back.
Give me my time.
You
back.
clicked on it. It's your fault.
Welcome to our summer
Are
conspiracy
you guys?
preview.
I guess to wrap the Flash conversation, are you guys going to see the Flash?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
for
gonna-
sure.
I'm gonna
I'm
see it.
excited.
I'm gonna see it. I think I've seen the trailer too many times because I was excited. And now I'm like overexposed. I'm like, okay, well, they need to stop showing the trailer. I need to stop watching it because I'm like, I'm getting less excited. It's like overexposed at this point. I hope it's good.
You didn't do a trailer reaction for that, right?
No.
Be sure to follow us on our TikTok at Was a Good Pod for. It's becoming just a Christian trailer reaction area now.
Or did I do one?
I don't think so.
Okay. yeah.
Wait, I thought you
do
did.
so many.
Yeah, you're very quick with them. Sometimes wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
So
very. Wow.
You need a bigger wardrobe.
Yeah, basically.
My wardrobe is all the free T-shirts I get. That's this stuff. So
There you go. Hey, why buy clothes when
they're free.
they're free?
I don't. Try
That's
not
good.
to. Yeah. I haven't bought a new piece of clothing. I got new socks. So
Socks are important.
yes.
I do a sock subscription now on Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you send me the link? I still can't find it.
You just type in socks and you do the subscribe and save.
And then you throw your socks away, right?
Yeah.
When they get holes, yeah.
After 3 months?
No, you could do. I think I did mine for like 10 months.
Oh, wow.
Every 10 months, I get a new set of socks.
Perhaps they can be a sponsor for us.
That doesn't seem very sustainable there. Or like, are you just tossing them? Or are you recycling the socks? Or
I mean, it depends.
interesting. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I think Flash we'll see it. I think it'll be interesting based on how. I mean, the Flash comes in what, 2 weeks?
June 16th.
Yeah, 2-ish weeks.
2 to 3.
2-3 weeks. I'll be curious to see though if we all see it and if we decide yes we want to do a pod on it, or if we, because of the nature of everything that's happening around the film with the lead actor, if we'll end up doing a pod on it or not. So we'll see.
TBD.
Maybe it'll be Gone in a Flash.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of good superhero movies with not necessarily things around it, the new Spider-Man film,
Across the
Yes.
Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse,
Is that
Part
what-
1.
Is that your?
That's probably what
You're
I'm
loving
most
that
excited for the summer.
okay.
Is definitely Across the Spider-Verse. And then Transformers Rise of the Beast is like a very close second.
Oh, yeah.
Very close second, because it's fucking Transformers. I mean, come on.
Should
And it looks
be-
rad.
Should be.
It
Should
looks
be.
so good.
It should be a great time.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah. You've convinced me to go see it.
I mean, we grew up watching Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes, we did.
Like that was my first real exposure to Transformers. Did you guys watch the older show?
A little bit,
original?
yeah, the cartoon.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember watching that.
At all?
Yeah, maybe I was too young
Yeah,
when
maybe
when it was on.
It's old.
Yeah.
It was 80s, right?
Probably.
80s,
yeah. Late
Yeah,
80s.
so
or
probably you guys
90.
probably-
Oh, the original was 80s.
yeah, so you guys probably caught like the reruns in England in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And then like right when I was born. So
Yeah.
then I wouldn't really remember.
You
that
should watch that. It's only like 2 seasons and then a couple movies and then a bunch of spin-offs
And then Beast Wars.
and then Beast Wars.
Well, I remember Beast Wars.
Yeah.
And then Netflix has their entire movie thing that came out recently with it.
Oh, right.
They have like 4 Transformers animated films. They're actually pretty good.
They do?
Oh yeah.
Like 3D anime?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's it's basically, it talks about, it's the final days of the what's their home planet called? again?
Galvatron?
Not Galvatron.
Cybertron.
Thank you. The final days of Cybertron and Megatron and the Decepticons are just kind of wasting away. And the last of the Autobots, led by Optimus, basically escape Cybertron to end up on Earth.
Oh,
It's
cool.
quite interesting.
Nice.
Good film.
Yeah.
I think, there's 4 of them.
Transform.
But yeah, Transformers, Rise of the Beast, definitely,
Close second.
close second.
Yeah.
So, but that's not until what, end of the month?
Transformers?
Yeah.
It was June 9th.
Wow, we got a lot of movies.
Yeah, we're getting a log jam here.
Yeah.
The first half of June.
The next 3
busy.
Fridays. June 2nd, Across the Spider-Verse,
Then
Part 1.
right,
June 9th, Transformers, Rise of Beasts.
and then
June 16th,
Flash.
The Flash. June 30th, 2 weeks later, Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny.
Is anyone actually excited for that?
I am. I am so excited.
Yeah. Put it this way,
Curious.
so I think I mentioned before the pod, I got to be very choosy with my movies. All the movies we just said, like they put a gun to my head and like I probably can only see maybe 3, right? And it's those. It'd rather be convincing for Rise of the Beast, which means maybe Indiana Jones has to be the one that gets the axe.
I'm curious about
Maybe.
that movie because I do want to see how they kind of, Harrison Ford has been upfront and been like, this is going to be my last Indiana Jones movie. So this is going to be like the definitive end, at least of like
So he dies?
his character. But no, not necessarily. Maybe he retires, but he's very much envisioned this like, this is the end of Indiana Jones, right? Like this character that you've known for 40 years? First
Maybe-
Indy came
it
out
might
in the
be
80s?
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark?
83, I want to say.
So
I
that
could be
is 40
very
years.
wrong, but I feel like Raiders was 83.
Same year as Return.
I have
Jedi.
IMDb up.
So yeah, I'm excited to see that. I also have this curiosity because like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull obviously like came out and
was terrible.
wasn't the best, but it also introduced a lot of kind of lore changing elements of Indiana gets married, Indiana has this son, and at least through the trailer, just been no indication of where's his wife, where's his son. Like maybe they're hiding that for the movie, but I don't know. Like I do like continuity in my films and universes and stuff. So I guess I'm just curious, like how does that all? Are they going to ignore Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, or is it going to be a part of this movie in some way, shape, or form?
Shia
they
LaBeouf
just
has
ignore
a
it.
cameo.
Really?
No. Not that I'm aware of. That's by no means an official.
Yeah, I'm like,
sorry. Yeah, that's, I have no idea.
striking
from the record.
Stricken.
I'm surprised nobody mentioned the Wes Anderson film.
Oh, Asteroid City.
Yeah.
I'm actually like.
I haven't mentioned
intrigued
any
by it.
movies yet.
We don't really want to hear your opinion.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would say Asteroid City looks interesting. That comes out the same week, I believe, as The Flash.
Yeah, June 16th. It's gonna tank in comparison.
I think they're doing limited release on the 16th with a wide release on the 23rd. Because the 23rd doesn't have any major blockbuster. I think it has that Jennifer Lawrence movie, that No Hard Feelings.
No Hard Feelings. Yeah,
That comes out to June 23rd.
that one's actually kind of interesting because like it's a comedy and it's
Yeah.
like goofy looking.
Yeah.
Wait, which one's that?
No Hard Feelings.
Is that where she spends
She's-
a summer trying to get someone to come out of their shell?
Yes.
Basically,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
you've probably
There
seen
you
the
go. That's
trailer.
the
Yeah,
tagline
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also, I mean, yeah, I don't want to take it. Christian, you want to jump in with your movie?
I'm going to say, yeah, I think there are two. The first one, it's going to be funny because anyone who sees this and hears this is going to be like, you hypocrites. So I'm going to say Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Because we
definitely-
shit on that movie.
You definitely did a trailer reaction to that one.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
remember?
Because the trailer,
Yep.
because the newest trailer is incredible. I mean, it's Christopher Nolan, right? And I do consider myself a Christopher Nolan movie stan.
except for Tenet.
I want to rewatch it and give it a chance because every movie that he's made I've loved.
Sure.
I think all of his movies are probably in my top 50.
So
to
maybe,
be honest,
maybe because I was thinking the
So-
same thing. Maybe don't
except Tenet, but
don't look at Tenet as a Nolan film. Look at Tenet as a John David Washington film.
would that help?
Yes,
Oh,
because he's a great actor
Oh, yeah.
and he does a good performance. In
yeah,
the
yeah.
film.
I love.
Just
John
forget that
David.
Nolan directed it, and I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Actually,
Wait, have you seen Insomnia?
which
Oh,
one's
but
that?
I
Al
don't think I have seen
Pacino.
Insomnia.
That's the Al Pacino one. That's my
Oh.
least favorite.
Is that his
Christopher
first
Nolan
one?
movie. Second.
When was
was the last
after
time-
after fuck the one with Guy
Memento?
Pearce?
Oh, Memento.
Memento. Thank you. Was that his first one?
Memento is his first like successful
His
one.
first
Okay.
wide one. He
Yeah.
had like one or two that were like independent.
Okay, so I haven't seen.
Films and stuff.
I've seen his blockbusters. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Not
Not Insomnia. Yeah, I think Insomnia came after Memento.
It did.
Yeah.
Who's
When
in Insomnia?
Al
Pacino.
Oh, sorry, you said that. Duh.
Al Pacino, Robin Williams.
Robin Williams
is good
is
in
the
that
villain.
movie.
Yeah,
Is this
it's
the
his
one where
first
he?
role where he's the villain.
Is that the one where he plays the at like Walmart developing?
No, that's
photos?
1 hour photo.
That one's a great. That one's
Because he's a villain in that, I
scary
assume.
as hell.
Yeah, I think
that one
yeah.
was not. I
Ooh,
don't like that film.
When was the
Scary.
last time you saw Insomnia, Arjuna?
20 minutes.
Like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I saw it when it originally came out, and I was like, but I've seen it again recently, and I'm like, this is a slow burn, but good.
Interesting.
I've never seen it.
I don't think it's bad. It's my least favorite of
The Nolans.
his family of movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And then the other movie that I'm excited for is Mission Impossible. Oh yeah. Dead Reckoning Part 1?
Yep.
Yeah,
I think it's the
good
first.
job.
I think it's the first Mission Impossible that's billed as a one of two parts. So I'm excited because the Mission Impossible franchise is just getting better with age. Every movie that comes out gets bigger, better. The action is better.
Yeah, both of those movies are the ones that you did recent reactions to.
Yeah, and and I'm consistent. I did reactions because I'm looking forward to them. And but say what you will about Tom Cruise, he knows how to do action movies. I mean, Top Gun Maverick last year was my favorite action movie. It's one of my favorite action movies of all time.
Wasn't it your favorite movie of last year?
I forget all the other movies that came out last year. So I think I did
Everything,
say that.
Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh yeah,
was up there.
Yeah. I mean, those are a lot of good ones. So, but
The only other movie you named.
Yeah, that's There's a lot of.
I named it too.
Yeah, you named two. I'm like, oh yeah.
So you're not excited for the Barbie movie?
No,
I'm curious.
I don't consider myself a fan of the Barbie, so I can't say it's a franchise or an IP that I was like, oh, I have to. It's not on the radar.
I'll put that as my movie, that I'm excited for.
Nice.
The Barbie movie,
Shocking.
just because I do think it. I think it.
They got Ken's hair color wrong.
I think the movie, at least from what I see of the trailer, I think they're taking the whole idea of IP franchise movies they're really making fun of it and the whole connected universe and we're building out this X, Y, and Z. And I think it's a really talented cast. It's a huge cast, and it looks interesting. And Will Ferrell's in it, so how can you not love it?
And Simu.
I don't know if you've seen the last few Will Ferrell movies. They haven't been.
Name one bad Will Ferrell movie.
Anchorman 2. That movie
doesn't exist.
It was so bad.
But
I hate that movie. Oh my god, I'm in the mood now.
Barry's about to puke
Jesus.
on air. Tune in to Was It Good? I mean, YouTube.com/Was It Good to see Rabbi puke.
I do want to say one question I do have. When you mentioned Mission Impossible, and I know we mentioned Spider-Verse recently. How do you guys feel about the pseudo-ish return of the part 1, part 2 type of thing? They did this earlier in the 2000s when you had Harry Potter's last movie was split into part 1, part 2, Hunger Games, Twilight. A lot of the big IPs are our final part's going to be 2-part. The Fast and Furious franchise is Fast X will be a part 1 and there's going to be a part 2.
It is?
That will be the finale. But now Vin Diesel's there's maybe going to be a part 3. And
are they talking about more spin-offs as well?
There's spin-offs too. But but the idea of even branding a movie as a part 1. How do you guys feel?
Dune part 1.
So some films I think do a good job. Harry Potter splitting it into 2 parts I think is okay because pacing-wise it doesn't feel like things are being dragged out.
Yeah.
But then you have things like The Hobbit. Where it's just fucking painful to
That's a good point. It's a good point.
Go through. So I think it depends. I think it's as case by case thing or whatever.
Case,
it depends on strictly. I think on pacing and because very obviously you can tell is this needed, right? If the movie is 50% slow motion shots, no, it is not needed.
Yeah,
unless the movie's about time.
I don't know. I don't think I feel a certain way. I think, like Rabbi said, it depends. If both parts are good or all 3 parts are good, then let's have at it. But I'm not sure. I guess it depends. We'll see. For instance, I feel like Dune probably does need a part 1, part 2 because it's a beautiful movie. The pacing was great. It took its time, and the cinematography was amazing. But then you have The Hobbit, which by the way I do like. But
the whole thing, I hate the first one.
But
the first one's the only one I
best
like.
one, and each one gets worse.
Oh, I see. I like the last one because it's over.
I think 3's terrible.
It's over. Yeah.
I thought the 3rd part was almost unwatchable for me.
Wow.
Oh man,
I've only ever watched them, I think, once.
Yeah, I've seen them 3 times. Wow. I don't know why I like them. I know it's bad, but it's probably the same reason I like Triple Frontier. And another movie, by the way, I'm just throwing it out there, and I'm not being serious, but Extraction 2.
Oh.
is a
that's
movie.
right. That's
Is a
Hemsworth's-
movie
yeah,
that's
it's
coming
coming
out,
out.
and I
It
liked
is.
the first one. 'Cause
I'm
again,
surprised nobody
good action movie.
mentioned the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film.
I
was gonna put that as
haven't
one of
even
my
seen a
other
trailer
movies.
for it. I don't know anything about it.
It's fun. It looks like it's going to be a
fun?
lot of fun.
Is it 3D animated?
It's like
right?
2D, 3D animated.
It looks like
okay.
Spider-Verse a little bit.
Kind of,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Like that
That's
shell
cool.
shading.
I'm excited for that. I mean,
And then
I think the last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, animated one we got in theaters was like 07, 08.
Yeah, it's been
Remember,
a
like
while.
you and I went to go see that?
I missed it.
You were in college.
So you're too cool for it.
Definitely missed it.
There's also, I'm surprised nobody said the Gran Turismo film.
I didn't
I'm
know
not
that was a
excited
thing
for
until
that at
today.
all.
I didn't
Whoa,
even
there's
know
a
that was
Gran
movie.
Turismo film?
Yeah, it looks like a good sports movie. Well, it looks like it'll be interesting.
Oh, that's the one that where they're playing like
Yeah, they're
video
esports
gamers,
players,
and they're gonna try and turn
and they-
one.
yep.
It's based on a true story.
Supposedly.
What the fuck?
I don't know. And then there's
There's
also
like training montage in it.
Blue Beetle comes out on your
Yeah.
birthday,
Yeah.
so we won't take you to see it.
Well, I don't think Juna is planning to be here on his birthday. so.
Well, excuse me. Oh, and then also Meg 2, The Trench.
I never
saw
saw
the
the first.
first.
Did you
I
see the
didn't
first
see the
one?
first
Oh,
one
okay.
either, yeah.
It seems like your kind of a movie.
That's
the first
that
one.
feels hurtful.
Meg is that horror movie with that doll.
No,
Shark.
Shark.
No, it's a giant killer shark.
Yeah.
With Jason Statham.
is the doll movie.
Yeah.
Wait, Megan?
Yeah,
like
Meg.
Meg 3N?
Yeah.
Or just
Meg
make that
again.
a 3 or something.
Again,
Ooh, Megadon.
that's a
Dinosaur?
dinosaur whale, right?
A prehistoric.
A fake thing that never existed.
There's a ton of movies.
Yeah, there's
would
a
you say?
ton.
Where obviously I don't remember previous summers. But it does feel like this is a jam-packed summer, relatively speaking. No?
Yeah,
You don't think
this
so?
this feels like the first.
Movies
we're
are back.
Yeah. Since the pandemic a few years ago, because I think now, production over the last year or 2 years has been able to catch up, and you've had things that have been
Because
delayed.
COVID's over.
Right. It's over.
And anyway, and so this feels like the first summer that has like basically a new huge release almost every single week.
And it's funny when you think about it because, we say that this is the first summer, things feel like we're back. And then currently there's the writer's strike happening, which will 1,000% affect next summer. So
You're already seeing the movies that were supposed to come out next year being delayed indefinitely, which might make next summer a little more sparse.
So this is going to be the oasis in a desert of years.
So
Could
it
be,
sounds
yeah.
like independent filmmaking
It's back.
is
Wait.
probably not going to help do anything. So
Damn.
never mind.
Well, Blackberry was an independent film,
It's true.
and it was great.
It was great.
It only made 1.8 million in the box office.
That still
With a budget
surprises the hell out
$5
of me.
million.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
tough.
awful.
That's
Awful.
tough.
Yeah.
But then that's
Really
why it's
sad.
tougher to make smaller movies
Yeah.
because it's like
Yeah.
You're not going to get your
you
return.
can't- Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't get it.
You just
You have to have these big IPs and franchises with the actors that do
the names
certain
to pull
things
it
and
in. Yeah.
whatnot.
Cinema's dead.
At least that's how the studios see it. Like
Yeah.
they'll see these little ones that don't do much, and the best you can get is like a few million in return, or you just take the big gambles and spend the 200 million and you make $1 billion.
It's not a big gamble. There's so much of that money is
Can
also
write
spent on researching and just tweaking the thing so that it's going to get butts and seeds.
Right.
I mean, who is it? To a point, these older film directors like the Tarantinos and the Scorsese, cinema's dead with these Marvel type movies, and to a degree, I think they are correct in terms of there is so much research and marketing and just science manipulation to get that money. So yeah, to a degree maybe, but whatever. Robert Downey Jr. was like,
Whatever.
Scorsese can shove it.
Oh,
Because at the end of the day, someone like Robert Downey Jr. I think is like, cool, I still get paid.
yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is going to be an Oppenheimer.
He is.
Yeah.
Who's to say what cinema is and that Marvel is not cinema?
Well, that's what. Yeah, no.
Martin Scorsese.
Martin
Scorsese is. I guess
He
that's-
is
yeah.
cinema.
I am cinema.
Yeah.
All right, that's movies. What about TV shows that you're excited for?
Ooh,
the
can I
summer?
start?
Sure.
Please, because I don't know what TV shows are coming out.
Here's one I think you guys might have forgotten about. The Bear season 2.
That's right.
Oh,
Comes out like
fuck
2
yeah.
June. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Uh,
And all episodes dropping
At
same
once
day.
again?
At once. Yep.
So the Bear is one I'm excited for, and the other one, which I didn't, was relatively new development, because they just really announced it, I think, a few weeks ago, was Black Mirror season 6.
That's right.
Also coming out
That is
in June. So I'm really excited for both of those. It's been a long time. I think the last season of Black Mirror we got was pre-pandemic.
It was Bandersnat. Well, no,
No,
that was a season.
There's that season 5 with
right.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
That
That was a weird episode. I've only seen 2 episodes of Black Mirror. That was one of them.
And the pig one?
No, I haven't seen the pig one.
Oh, to start a series.
With that,
Jeez.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm Black Mirror is tough for me because it's
too scary for you.
It's too bleak.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
it's
love
too
it.
bleak. It's
I
like,
love it.
I'm just like, ooh.
Feel so
I have to be in the
happy
mood
after
to
I
watch it. I'm not usually in that mood.
I usually will just pick random episodes every night, like when I'm feeling down about myself, and put that on. And I'm just like, wow, I feel great because that ain't my life.
They're just great commentary. It's just great commentaries on different portions of life, life and technology and everything. So I'm excited for those two. And then The Bear is just, the first season was perfection in so many ways. So I'm excited to see how they followed up and how it does. I'm surprised they're doing a binge drop again. I thought they would really try to do that show weekly because
It's probably
because that show was so much talk around it. So really trying to stretch it out, the conversation around it.
I think I read somewhere it's because they did the first season as a binge drop.
Yeah.
And the show is written and done in such a way that it's supposed to be a binge show.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're clearly going through different styles, visual cues, things are just changing, that it would be hard to keep, I think, audience engaged week to week over whatever amount of episodes and stuff. So
That's fair.
Because also remember, the run times of some of those episodes are wildly different.
Right.
There's one episode that's 35 minutes, one episode that's only 12. The one shot episode is
it's
10
20
minutes.
something minutes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
but so that's good. Those I'm also excited for those as well.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the exact same thing.
Not Black Mirror. Can you guys just real quick just list some shows that are coming out because I really am drawing a blank right now on what is coming out.
In terms of TV shows?
Yeah, for shows. Yeah, I'm like, what is coming out?
You have this thing in front of you called an iPhone.
I tried looking it up and
I have a few other shows.
yeah,
can,
and then I can pick
share.
one that I'm excited for.
So in terms of new shows,
yeah.
there is the new HBO show coming out.
The weekend show?
The weekend show called The Idol that comes out June 4th. There's a new Marvel show coming out this summer called Secret Invasion.
Yep.
I am
Also,
I'm
Always
excited for
Sunny season 16 is coming out.
that. Well, I haven't seen it the first 15 seasons, so
You've seen episodes here and there.
I have.
You don't really need to.
That's true.
There's
That's
almost
true.
no
That-
continuity.
I
I mean,
Everything's
last season they did
self-referential.
was a continuous run storyline that
I
ran
would want to
through.
watch though because it's a
Yeah,
good
it's
show.
a
I
good
know it's
show.
good.
It's a
I've
great
been
show.
meaning to. I just
Yeah, I think
getting
my two are going to
distracted.
be Always Sunny and then
That's good.
Secret in Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Because I saw that one trailer, the 60-second TV spot. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks
I
ridiculous.
mean, it looks like
espionage.
Marvel's answer to Andor.
Yeah, very much
in a lot
so.
of ways.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
there's also another Star Wars show coming out this summer. I'm surprised neither of you guys remembered it. It's called Ahsoka.
I'm not excited. For that.
I don't know why, but
I'm
wait,
nervous.
sorry?
I'm nervous for it. I think it's gonna. I'm worried it's gonna go the way of Obi-Wan. To be honest,
I thought the trailer looked great.
The trailer looks
you can't-
promising.
Disney is so good with their trailers. You
That's
gotta take
true.
them all with a grain of salt.
But I'm more excited. I have more faith in this show because Dave Filoni is firmly
Entrenched.
and
Attached.
singularly
Right.
attached to it. I
He-
guess
but
Favreau,
but
but
But Filoni is not perfect. We know this. So
Yeah,
What
do
has
you
he,
remember-
what has he done
not,
wrong?
you
Do you
know.
remember
What has
the-
he done wrong?
The final season of the Clone Wars.
First few seasons of
the
Clone
sister arc.
Wars.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
that's fun. I mean, that's not egregious. Like the
No,
rest of
definitely
that
not.
season's so good. It's like you could forgive
the
episodes
first
that
few
are a
seasons
little
of
bit
Clone Wars
slower.
weren't great.
And then you can just not ever watch them again.
Yeah. I mean, he has gotten better. Obviously. That's
But
when he was
again,
first getting into
the first
it,
two
but-
seasons. Here's the other thing. Here's a counterpoint to that. George Lucas was involved more intimately with the first few seasons, and then when he left, the show got better.
Sure.
You know, because then Filoni was a little bit more in charge. Even this last season of Mandalorian, which wasn't everybody's favorite, he was less involved in it because he was working on this show. So that gives me more faith that like this show will be good, and like the good Mandalorian, or the most popular episodes of the Mandalorian, have often been written by Dave Filoni.
Also, here's the big. I think one of the bigger selling points. They didn't use the volume.
They didn't
as much as they used it in Obi-Wan. So that alone to me is like, oh, you're already doing a lot better.
We'll see. Yeah.
Also, was Filoni at all involved in Obi-Wan? Because I feel like
he was not.
No.
That was Deborah Chow.
Yeah, he was there as like he does have a producing credit for it, but I don't think he was like there day to day or whatever.
No, he wasn't involved creatively with that show.
Yeah, I have I'll have cautious optimism. But I can't say I'm gung-ho looking forward to it, if that makes sense. I'm hoping it's good. And hopefully it will be.
So do you have shows that I can write down?
Yeah. Nothing?
Oh, I have a Secret Invasion. That was fine. Yeah.
There's also a couple other shows. Did either of you watch The After Party on Apple TV? The second season's coming out this summer.
What the hell is After Party?
There's also Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, that's
another season.
That's a good one. The After Party was a show on Apple TV Plus, which was like a whodunit murder mystery show with the star was Tiffany Haddish. She was like the lead detective. And then it had like an ensemble cast who were basically all the suspects. And then each episode went through a different suspect.
Oh, that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a really fun show. I liked it a lot.
Did you figure out who did it? Who the murder was?
I had
yourself?
a good. Yeah, I did.
You did figure it out.
I did figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Smarty pants.
Apple TV also has Hijack. I completely forgot about that. Wow. That's with Idris Elba.
Oh yeah,
it's
is that this year?
Yes, this year. At the end of June, it comes out.
Yeah,
it's a 7-part thriller. Plays on real time.
24
during a flight that's London bound. It's hijacked.
Ooh, so it's like Plane meets Luther. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, probably. Most likely, yeah. That's probably what it's gonna be.
I don't know.
That's kind of cool, though. That would be exciting.
You got. I think for TV, I'm like very out of the loop on that stuff. I've been watching a lot of anime, so
Well, does this
good
old
segue
then to like our pitches
to
of what
start pitching you some stuff?
what we should be watching because you said so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll go first. So Arjuna actually mentioned this a few months ago.
Oh.
So he knows, and if you're watched the pod, you know that I'm a big fan for some reason of high school sports animes.
It's your niche.
It's my niche, and I think I did a 60-second pitch on Kuroko's basketball a few years ago. I watched, and then I got into Yowamushi Pedal, which is high school cycling. And then I got into high school basketball with Haikyuu. And then the latest one, Arjuna actually mentioned, and I'd love to know how you came across this. You're like, have you seen this anime Blue Lock? Blue Lock is soccer with high schoolers, but it's not high school soccer. Now, the reason I'm pitching it to you guys is all of these Japanese high school animes, they're very into teamwork, sacrificing the self for the greater good.
Right.
Very, Japanese sentiments, right? Like, we work hard for the betterment of society. Blue Lock is the complete opposite of that. Blue Lock is taking all these high school strikers, the forwards on these high school teams, putting them into a Hunger Games style competition to create the perfect striker. The guy who's running this whole organization says the only way Japan can compete on the international level is to start developing a very strong ego. The reason Japan sucks at soccer, these are his words, by the way, sucks at soccer is because this sacrificing ourselves for the greater good, it just creates subpar play. You need a focal point. You need this guy who devours everyone else on the team, and that's the only way Japan's going to get better at soccer. So if all of these other high school sports animes are this style of teamwork and camaraderie and, the feel good, Blue Lock is this almost dystopian, like the strong will survive. You betray your teammates. Your teammates are going to become your rivals and your enemies in the next stage of the competition. It's really interesting to watch. And it's, I think you said it, Ravi, that Japan might be trying to start developing these other ideals or values potentially. And this could be an example of that.
Is it
the
based on
animation is incredible, by the way. It's based on a manga.
Okay, so it's a manga. Okay. Yeah. Are you gonna read the manga, you think, or
no? I don't read the mangas. I probably should, but I just watch animes. So
what do you do in your free time?
Yeah.
I watch animes.
Yeah, and then the current one that I'm watching, Blue Lock. It's only one season out so far. Like I said, the animation is insane. But the current anime I'm watching is Demon Slayer, which is very popular.
Yep.
Yeah.
First few episodes are pretty generic, but the animation and the action are fantastic. And the only reason I started is because everyone says the first few episodes are generic, and then it gets crazy. So I'm waiting for that twist.
Gotcha.
It should be.
But you haven't hit it yet.
Haven't hit it yet.
So how many episodes are you in?
Probably like 7.
Okay.
Yeah, not too far.
Have you watched? You haven't watched Demon Slayer?
I haven't.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then here, let me pitch you a mine real quick. It's this Japanese anime called Blue Lock.
Whoa, sounds familiar.
Whoa, that was gonna be my pitch.
No, so mine is Legend of the White Dragon.
What the hell?
It is a
Yu-Gi-Oh spinoff?
It's an independent Power Rangers like fan film that was crowdfunded via Kickstarter a couple of years ago. It is unfortunately Jason Frank's last role before his passing, and he plays a white Power Ranger, but it's basically more of a mature version of Power Rangers. It is, I don't think, in any way tied or attached to Hasbro or any of that stuff. So it's going to be released online, like a YouTube type release. But that's coming out at the very, very, very end of the summer, like September 4th.
I think I remember seeing a trailer for that almost like 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2021.
And it looked, I didn't realize they were making it into a full thing. I thought it was just like a fan-made trailer for what Power Rangers should be.
They did it. They were able to raise $500,000 to make it. And yeah, it's finally coming out in September.
That'll be fun. Okay.
Should be fun. It's only like a 54-minute thing, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Still, we should definitely review it and watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because we love Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers, go. Okay.
No, that's not
I have to watch the YouTube video of all the theme songs. Good job.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really have anything. We mentioned a lot of things.
Thank you for the pod, everybody.
We were mentioning a lot of things in this. I guess one thing that wasn't mentioned that I'll mention, which I think could be an interesting, maybe somewhat fun summer movie. As you guys both, you went TV show and you went TV special, is the new Haunted Mansion movie coming out in July.
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
It's starring Lakeith Stanfield and Danny DeVito.
Oh, okay.
Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, this is quite
and there's somebody else. Wow.
Jim Carrey.
I see. Let me look at
Eddie Murphy.
Let me make sure I get the.
He's in the original.
Yeah,
Haunted Mansion,
wasn't he?
right?
The original
that
one?
version.
That's the only.
What an interesting
that's my Haunted
cast.
Mansion.
And
Angela Bassett.
Rosario Dawson.
Oh.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh.
And Ravi's favorite actor
Gerard Butler?
on the entire planet,
Gerard Butler?
Jared Leto.
Oh, wow. You just kind of ruined it for me.
Dang,
Winona
Ryder apparently is also in the movie.
Oh,
An
wow.
undisclosed role.
That's quite a cast.
It's a great cast.
Quite
Quite
a
a
lot
cast.
of cameos.
That's
I think most of those are main characters. It's a group that's in the Haunted Mansion. It's not like the Eddie Murphy version where it was like a family that moved in. It's a
Wait,
whole
so
group.
you were at Disneyland recently?
Yes.
Probably more recent than I was. But is the Haunted Mansion then closed? Because I would imagine they're going to reskin it.
It hasn't. Last time I was there, it wasn't closed.
I'd be curious.
Oh.
Well, you almost sold me, and then you said Jared Leto. So
that was the one you should have.
Jared
That's
Leto.
the one you should have hidden.
Not.
So he is playing a character. He's the Hatbox Ghost, which on the ride the Hatbox Ghost doesn't speak.
Oh, now I'm back. I'm interested again.
Yeah.
All right.
And the Hatbox Ghost, if you've been on the ride, the cool part of that ghost is that ghost is holding a lantern, and he transfers his face on his face into the lantern.
Yeah.
So that might be cool with Jared Leto. Faceless, speechless.
You're just selling me on this film.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm now genuinely excited.
Bradley's in.
I'm in.
He's just copycatting Brad Pitt from Deadpool 2.
There you go.
So
That one flash frame.
right.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine I'll see it, and then if he has a speaking role, I'll probably leave the theater and demand a refund.
That sounds like a wait for streaming movie. Oh, I want to watch it, but I don't know if I want to spend money.
What if we're gonna do a pod on it?
Well, you two and pull in a friend of the pod, or
Could
just
do
do
that.
you two.
Could just do us. Two.
Yeah. YouTube. YouTube for YouTube.
YouTube for
Should
YouTube.
we move into our bold prediction?
We should. Bold
Yes.
predictions for the summer of 2021.
What?
I just keep screwing up dates
You
here.
said 2012 earlier.
Yeah.
Now you're doing
Did anyone listen
2021.
in my intro? Did I say 2023?
You said 2023.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Jeez, I
We
don't know
would've
why.
caught it.
I'm a time traveler. I'm just all over the place.
Time Lord.
So, bold predictions traditionally are about what we will see in our content, right? Like what's going to happen, in the next season of Mandalorian or whatnot. But for this, how are we going to frame?
I think it could just be any bold predictions that will happen during the summer, right? Like you could be like, The Bear season 2 is gonna suck, right?
That's
or
too generic.
you could be like, The Haunted Mansion will be
Christian's favorite movie of 2023.
everyone's favorite, or you could do something box office related, like right, like Mission Impossible will be the highest grossing movie of the summer, or The Flash will tank critically and commercially. Something you could do something like that, or you could be like, Ravi won't see any movies this summer.
I have considered that.
Or you could be like, Krishna will see the Barbie movie and become a Barbie stan,
But secretly.
but
And not tell anyone because
Yeah.
I'm so ashamed.
and we'll buy like a bunch of Barbie dolls.
So the next time we go visit him, he's got like all these Barbies in his closet.
Yeah.
So we can't use any of those.
Because those
I mean,
are
you
all
could
pretty.
if you
Those
really
are all
want to.
pretty good bold predictions.
I got one.
Let's hear it.
Nick Fury will die at the end of Secret Invasion.
Yes,
I'm not
the
kidding.
cosmic
I
content
actually do
related.
think that's going to happen. I
thought
think
it was,
this is
that
Nick
was
Fury's
rumored,
send-off.
isn't it?
Is it?
Somebody
Oh.
said it, or I saw somebody mentioned it here in
that's
this
not
group.
bold if it's rumored. All right,
I
I'm going
mean-
to think of another one.
It doesn't
Okay.
seem that bold to begin with.
That's
You don't
true.
think so?
No.
Killing Nick Fury?
No.
I already wrote it down. It's your bold prediction.
All right.
You're locked in.
I'm locked.
I mean, unless you can think of one in 5
Oh.
seconds or less.
Well, yeah, we can move on.
This isn't bold. Ahsoka, the series, will split the Star Wars fan base.
Well, yeah, it has a female lead, so of course, she's also a minority, so of course it would.
It will split the fan base. Oh, actually, then no, opposite. The actual bold prediction: Ahsoka will not split the fan base.
Ahsoka will unite the Star
And
Wars
everyone
fan base.
will
who's a
unite?
Star Wars, everyone who is a Star Wars, no one will say a single negative thing about the Ahsoka series.
Oh,
we said-
everybody
That is
will
my
love-
bold prediction.
We said bold, not
Insane.
ridiculous.
It's not.
We said bold, not wrong. That's just a wrong prediction.
This is Taco Bell levels of bold.
IHOP level.
Oh God, IHOP.
I love IHOP.
I mean, I really like the country fried steak that they had.
It was so good.
The milkshake and the quesadilla.
But I'm pretty sure that's what screwed me up the next
and the
day.
mozzarella
Me too.
sticks.
Oh yeah, you had
I had problems all night. Yeah.
So then
He didn't sleep.
Damn, I'm sorry.
No, it's all not your
I wonder
fault.
what was it undercooked or something then? Like
No, it's just we got that food at like midnight.
With one waitress for the whole restaurant. And
Props
She
to
did a
her.
great job.
props to her.
Did a great job.
Shout out to the waitress at that IHOP downtown in LA.
If you're listening, great work.
Yeah, good work. Also, weird that you're listening
Why?
because it just feels so
We need
random.
fans,
and just
and we'll take whoever we
strange.
can get.
Take this opportunity to like and subscribe.
And if you're the waitress, then comment below if you're watching on YouTube.
Junior, your bold prediction?
I think I'm going to enjoy the summer TV shows more than more than the movies as a whole.
In the war
For the
between
summer.
TV and movies.
Like I think The Bear and
Ahsoka.
Black Mirror and Ahsoka and Secret Invasion and all of those like cumulatively will be better than the cumulativeness of like The Flash and Transformers and Spider-Verse and Indy and Oppenheimer and Barbie and all that stuff. I think like it'll be a better TV summer than it is a movie summer.
That is pretty bold, actually.
Yeah.
Because movies, especially summer blockbusters, they're supposed to be the best of the collectively, right? It's supposed to be the best
most
of the
commercial,
year.
you know, right?
Yeah.
You know, so like
yeah.
these are the most they're gonna get the butts in the seats and have those highs that you want. But I do think the summer.
I'm sorry. Are movies drugs? What?
Yeah.
They are drugs.
You have to poison the kids early.
Push through. Keep going.
But yeah, I just think that some of these shows are going to be really, really good. Like I don't know what to expect from The Idol. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but I think it'll be polarizing and people will talk about it. Maybe that was a bad example to start with. But the Bear, like I think the Bear's going to be great. I think Black Mirror is going to be great. I think Secret Invasion and Ahsoka have a chance to be like really special, especially for like the MCU and for Star Wars. So yeah, I'm excited for both, but yeah, I think the shows will be better.
Actually, can I change my bold prediction?
Sure. No.
My bold prediction is that because we're gearing up for a political race next year.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Small little one. I think the news coverage of the over the summer is going to be more entertaining than the movies and TV. No, I'm kidding. Wow. It's already started, like the Elon Musk, Ron DeSantis thing, the Twitter space that happened, and just the shit that like how the news has been covering. It's quite funny.
Oh wow.
It is quite
Christian,
hysterical.
is your new bold prediction that baseball season will be the most enjoyable thing for you this summer?
Well, that's a lie. That's also impossible.
Do you want to go catch a Dodgers game?
No.
There's one today.
Oh God, no. No.
Memorial Day.
No.
Dodgers, America.
Yet. I will say maybe one. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say Oppenheimer is gonna become my new favorite Christopher Nolan movie, and that's saying something because Interstellar is my favorite movie
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that would make Oppenheimer my new favorite movie of all time. I think that's pretty
glorification on a weapon of mass destruction.
Oh, I have one more bold prediction.
See, I think it's more of a cautionary tale, to be honest. But
well, I mean, but the problem though is that even if it is, and right, hopefully that is what that film is, we haven't learned better.
We're humans.
Collectively, I think humanity's gone a lot stupider.
We're humans.
Right.
We'll never learn.
This is his first movie with Universal, right?
Yes.
He left.
Oh,
Warner
it is?
Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah, he left Warner Brothers after everything with Tenet.
Oh, right.
I
forgot about that.
Because Warner Brothers wouldn't back him on his kill everybody in the theater play.
Exactly.
On his crusade.
But Universal's like, yeah, we'll kill people. Let's do it.
COVID's over.
Universal, we've been around for like 100 plus years. You don't get here without, killing your audience.
It's kind of apt, a movie about the weapon of mass destruction.
I know the whole thing is just layered and just kind of like
It's kind of perfect.
wow.
I do wonder. So Universal, if you go to Universal Studios, they do a studio tram tour.
Yeah,
right?
the backlot tour.
Yeah, the backlot tour. I do wonder if they'll have anything from Oppenheimer.
Oh, definitely
on that
Definitely.
lot tour because
You know-
they added stuff from Nope last summer.
I hate what they added on the backlot.
It wasn't.
It's
It could have been
stupid.
cool. It could have been. Cool.
It could have been great,
But it
it's
wasn't
the
great.
dumbest thing ever. Like you just had like a quick UFO flight. Like how hard is that?
Yeah.
So easy.
Just with holograms.
Yeah.
Or kite.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something about Oppenheimer, but I forgot.
You're excited.
Oh,
I'm actually not.
Your new
Yeah,
bold
I'm not
prediction
doing
is
it.
you're not excited?
Were you going to mention the new IMAX black and white film that was invented for this film?
No.
Oh.
Don't know what is that.
He had Kodak, I believe, make black and white film that's IMAX film. They don't make it normally.
Because his ego is just not.
Hey,
God damn that man.
remember what we said in BlackBerry?
Sure.
It takes the ego to really
That's
drive
true.
things forward, and then you go too far.
Right.
So, has Christopher Nolan gone too far? Is he about to fall off?
He went too
Maybe.
far with Warner Brothers and Tenet.
Yeah.
And now he's at Universal. They're going to let him continue going too far.
Too far.
And then at some point, something will happen.
Yeah, he starts making movies where it's just him looking into a
I
mirror.
just hope, like, genuinely, he created a smaller nuke or whatever, right? In order to like make things look realistic and all that fun stuff. And I think, stuff like that's okay, whatever. You do it for the pictures. But I do hope, though, at some point, like, he's not endangering cast and crew because he wants to get that perfect shot or whatever. And I feel like he maybe
he's not now, but just his response over everything with Tenet certainly makes me think he's definitely put people's lives at risk before.
Yeah. Well, then I just
zero chance.
Then I hope though that like
that's a true director.
Somebody will stop him. Hopefully,
you remember Interstellar?
Do
you remember when they're spinning and like Anne Hathaway passed out and they all passed out?
Listen,
they actually passed out.
To get art requires sacrifice. Truly great art. Christopher Nolan knows.
So you're insane, like Christopher Nolan.
Which artist lost his ear, cut off his own ear?
The painter?
Yeah,
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Yeah, it was Van Gogh.
But that because he had
same thing,
Yeah, but Van Gogh wasn't even considered like a true artist.
No, not until he died.
Yeah. Correct.
Everyone just thought he was crazy,
an idiot. Yeah, psycho.
Yeah.
So
like me.
And that's gonna do it for us here on this podcast.
I have one more bold prediction.
No more bold.
This one's more personal.
Okay,
Ravi will see Mad Max Fury Road this summer.
I doubt it.
I
would take.
You said you'd do it for like an outdoor movie or something, or like a re-release.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Maybe we could find one this summer.
Why? How about you guys all collectively go and rent me a theater, and have them play, and then I'll just forget the time and not show up.
I'm just gonna put it on your TV after this podcast.
And then strap him to the chair. Duct tape your eyes open.
That's going to do it for us here on the Was It Good podcast. As always, thank you so much for tuning in and listening. You can find the full episode on youtube.com/was-it-good. Definitely just had a brain fart there. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Was It Good Pod. Check us out on Twitter at Was It Good and our website wasitgood.info. Our next pod will be coming out later this week. Definitely on
Across the Spider-Verse.
And or Ted Lasso season 3.
Or Ted Lasso season 3.
Or Ted Lasso season 3.
And we are Was It Good?
Fare thee well.
We were Was It Good?
We were good.
And cut.